Welcome, everybody, to the live composing show. This is Stephen Melin. Hope you're having a wonderful day here today. It is November 12th, 2025. Can you believe that we are almost at the end of the year? That is a wild thought. But honestly, I'm ready for 2025 to be over because it's just been full of sadness and like heartache. I don't know about you. Oh, it's been a crazy year. Crazy year for my family. Just hit after hit after hit. But you know what? Today's a good day. We're going to celebrate because today working on a game jam for the month of November. This is called the Game Off 2025 Game Jam. It's hosted by Itch and GitHub. Here's what it looks like. It might not be too late to join if you want to join, but honestly, at this point, since we're halfway through the month, I'm sure all the teams have been formed. But you never know. Maybe there's some stragglers looking for some composers or sound designers, what have you. But if you've not participated in a game jam before, highly recommend it. This is my first time doing one. I've heard from many people over the years that this is one of the best ways to meet other game developers and to form some great relationships, do good work together, build up your chops, build up a portfolio, work on a real game, all that kind of stuff. But I've never done it. So this was finally the one that caught my attention that I thought was very interesting. So I'm a part of a team right now. I think it's about 7 people, programmers, artists, coders, and me. And so far, so good. Well underway. And yeah, I'm going to be working on some more music today. I also want to let you guys know that right now on the Simple Samples audio site, it is that Black Friday season. So everything right now is slashed down quite a bit. So if you've been looking for any of the horror instruments, I'll actually be using several. I'm definitely using the dulcimer today in my score. That's probably my favorite of all the things I've ever made. It's probably my favorite one. That and the simple concert harp. I use those so much. But of course, all the horror instruments recorded by wonderful friends that I work with regularly on my projects. This felt piano I recorded in my garage, 5-mic setup. Really nice, beautiful, soft, very unique piano. Check it out. Horror piano, a different piano that I just like dismembered in my garage. Also the same 5-mic setup, and just took hammers and all kinds of crazy stuff, metals, and just blasted the piano, and it made horrific sounds, and it's just wonderful. Probably scared my neighbors half to death. And then, of course, this is my Warwick 5-string bass that I recorded very softly, very beautiful finger picking. Same for the ambient scoring guitar. That's my Fender Stratocaster. It's all finger picked, so this is like really good for film scoring or like soft video game cutscene kind of stuff. Ambient scoring pads, kalimba, viola, didgeridoo, hurdy-gurdy. So this is all, I'm very proud of all of these. This has been, honestly, if there's one thing to sum up 2025 for Simple Samples, it's been an amazing year for Simple Samples because it completely revived the company from the dead, made all these instruments, and I'm really happy with every one of these. So yeah, hopefully that serves you well this holiday season. Go check them out. They're all pretty cheap. And I hope that is a huge blessing to you guys. And then the last thing I wanted to shout out is for Video Game Music Alliance. Just yesterday, we published a new blog article and video. The blog is free if you're not inside VGMA, which I know a lot of you guys are just kind of hanging out and you just like learning the little free bits, and that's fine. This is Jordan Metzer, one of our coaches. This is his 30-day journey to release his first video game music pack, and it's really cool because he walks through all the steps that he followed to do it, and I think it's really inspiring. So if you've not yet checked that out, go read that. Let me give me that link real quick. I'll pop that in the chat real quick if anyone wants to go read that. And then down here we actually have the actual video, which is a bit more in depth. You can go check out. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on today. So what are we doing? Well, as mentioned earlier with the Game Off Game Jam, today I'm writing some new tracks for the 3D horror adventure game. We don't have a title yet, but I think we have some ideas. But if I don't want to spoil anything, let's just put it that way. So I don't want to give away any of the potential title names just yet. because there's a little bit of a twist to all of this, which I think is really cool. But the main thing is, let me pull up my art board to kind of guide us here today. Since we don't have any gameplay yet to show off, I'm going to grab this art board. We're using Figma. Essentially, it's this guy over here. Let me zoom in a little bit. And so basically we have a brother and sister, Mary and Jace, and they're on a monster hunt to track down their mom who's gone missing. And they're specifically looking for this particular creature called the Naravik, which is a Native American monster who creates winter wherever it goes. So it's actually May, and they are in the middle of, what city is this? They're all like American cities. So this is Phillips, Wisconsin, kind of the middle of nowhere in the Midwest, and it should not be snowing in May, and yet it's snowing in May, and so they're chasing this creature. And so we've already, last time during the stream came up with some music already, and let me just play a little bit of what I already have. And the full goal is to have 6 tracks for this game. It's a vertical slice, it's a demo, and the whole demo is going to be, you start in Phillips, Wisconsin, in this city, kind of in the middle of nowhere, America. And this is set in the 90s, by the way, 1990s. So it kind of has that retro aesthetic a little bit, but it's kind of folky meets horror. So it's like a lot of synth stuff mixed with orchestral is kind of the hybrid style we're going for. A little ambient, a little melodic. So, for example, here's what we came up with last week. And I did one more day of edits. I went back through all the tracks and I cleaned them up a little bit, kind of stripped them back a little bit more than what we did during the stream. It does have live viola, cello, and synth. This is the title screen. Have you seen our mother? This is all live. You can go back and watch last week's stream to hear it. I was super happy with that. I love that simple little melody. And curiously, I've been I've been playing The Witcher 3 for the first time. It's been a game people have been recommending forever for the last 10 years. And so I'm currently playing through that. I'm maybe 10 hours in. Really enjoying that, and the use of live strings, especially like solo viola, solo cello, have been really marking for me. And no doubt is influencing my writing style today, which I think is really cool. And so this definitely has that vibe of The Witcher. These like really gritty, intimate, emotional strings. So I'm really glad I was able to bring that in. And thanks so much, Sarah, and welcome Lloyd, Dan, a bunch of others popping in here today. Appreciate you guys being here. So that's my first track that's like locked in, that's done. So I made some edits to the combat track that I started last week. I basically simplified it a little bit more. It was a little too busy last time and it had a little bit too much bass information. So I just kind of stripped it back a little bit. A little bit less choir shouts, a little bit less bombastic, because what I decided was, because of the speed, the tempo for this one is 96. That's not really appropriate for a boss battle. It's more like a normal battle. And I also wanted to have like a little stinger at the end. So the name of this one is called Hunt for the Winter Woman, because Winter Woman is the kind of the local slang term for the Nerevik, which is that monster. And so they're hunting for it. So this is like a normal battle that will come. So the big change, aside from kind of mixing a little bit better, is this is now the loop point. It was a little bit longer earlier, but I really like that as the loop point as we come back. That feels right. And then I create a little stinger. That way, whenever the battles end, it goes straight to that. So let me do a little test run so you can hear it. So I'm just going to, at any point, go straight to the stinger. Pretty cool. What did you say about Schindler's List? In a different context, this reminds me melodically of the theme from Schindler's List. Yeah, I love Schindler's List. Right. I'm not trying to copy that. So what I did instead was just kind of hovering on that A minor, E minor, F. Just it's super sad. It's kind of the vibe. But yeah, I like this stinger, and it's intended at any point. My markers got messed up somewhere in here. Let me fix it. So this is actually the intro. There is a little too much compression on these. Now that I'm, listening back, so I'm just gonna decrease this a little bit. I like it. Gives it that nice pop. Just a little too much. Anyway, wasn't trying to work on those today, but my point was, at any point you should be able to jump to the stinger. That's how that's going to work. Hopefully we can make that work inside the Unreal Engine. It has a really robust music player system now. Didn't used to. Let's see if we can make it work. And if not, I'll just throw it into Wise and program it that way. That way, based on the event of starting a track versus ending a battle, it should make that transition. Anyway, this is a bunch of fluff that I never used from cello. Let me get rid of that. And then I started a track, the credits theme, called Road Ahead. It's kind of a sloppy mess, but I like the gist of it so far. to turn it down to the choir. So I want that ending to be a little bit sad, like confusion, because there is a plot twist that happens in the 5th track, which is where they discover the mother's medallion after they defeat the Nervik. So what I want to do today is let's just get as far as we can with some of these new tracks and try to fill in the gaps. So if that was track 1, 3, and 6, the other missing tracks are an exploration track called Phillips, Wisconsin, which is when we're walking around the winter area, searching for clues and searching monsters and stuff. And then we will eventually have the Nervik's approach boss battle, which should be very intense. And then the Mother's Medallion, which is the discovery theme. So I've already created little markers for them because, heck, if you watch my YouTube video from last week, you will know that I have a very specific formula and process for writing music that I like to go ahead and have my markers laid out, have my tempo chosen, have my instruments chosen. That way when I start writing, I already have the right mood. And then it's just a matter of tweaking, whether the team likes it or not, or, maybe changing the melody or whatever. It gives me a very strong start because I use my brain first, then fill in the gaps by knowing my limitations. So let's go to, I'm feeling the most motivated, I think, with this one. Let me go to the Mother's Medallion track. Hopefully I'll get to all of them today. I already have like some tiny little ideas. That's the other thing. Before I write a track, I try to just like spit out like a bar or two of information, whether it's on a piano or a harp or whatever. I try to just have a little bit of something to go off of. That way I'm inspired to write. So I chose 3/4 time signature. This is 50 BPM. This is meant to be the discovery theme after you've beat the boss. Oh, that's nice. Very simple. Back to the A minor. I don't like that last one. I think you should just be back to the yeah. That's nice. It's like a creepy lullaby. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be really nice. You know what I think we should do right off the bat is use a Celesta. Let me find it. That is just the perfect instrument choice for this in my head. Creepy but sweet. Like I want this to feel like a creepy lullaby. You know when you play sweet music in the middle of a horror film, it like is super unsettling. That's the vibe I'm going for. I have my own recorded. Let me find it. There it is. Celesta with an E-A. I've seen it spelled every which way. Ooh. Dang, that's nice. I'm not going for Harry Potter vibes necessarily. But that is the instrument. This is actually the exact. This is the patch from Museo, also known as Cineperk by Cinesamples. This is the actual, I think his name is Randy, the musician, that played that. This is the exact instrument and everything. And that's out of the box. It just sounds so good. Because I think as far as, sample instruments go, if you can find the source sound of what you're trying to do in your head anyway, Harry Potter's kind of the de facto sound of Celeste. why not use the actual thing, right? So let's do that. I think that's the right answer. And I'll play light, so the velocities. And I'm gonna hold down my pedal so that it's nice and ambient sounding. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. Dun, 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 dun. How did I even time this? How is that 3/4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3. It's kind of a weird 3/4, but this is the way that my brain works. Sometimes I do subdivisions. That's gonna be it. It's a slow 3/4. You could also just multiply it out. It's probably 150 BPM if you triple it. Or times 1.5 would make it a 6/8. Oh, I don't like that kind of math. But you can do it. I'm going to put a click in my head. Here we go. Ah! G sharp. Make it augmented. Yeah. That's nice. I will quantize everything except for that last roll. So those are all eighth notes, I guess. Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... That's how I'm counting it. But that's nice because it just gives me lots of space. Fun story. When I go and create a sample library, such as this simple harp, available now on the... come on, get my ad voice out. Available now on the Simple Samples Audio Store, on sale now. It's here, promise. Da, 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 da. The reason I create libraries like this is because, as a composer, I get sick and tired of not having good sounds. So if I don't have the sound I want, I go and create it. I hire the musicians. So I have used this harp on almost every score since I created this over a year ago. Or maybe it was early. It was actually earlier this year. And that's Samantha Ballard. Absolutely phenomenal harp player. And I've actually had a high-level harp friend reach out who bought it and said, hey, this is the best sounding harp I've ever heard. It sounds exactly like when I play. This is going to be really nice. Anyway, shameless plug there. I'm going to turn it down. And I just feel like this needs... This is with no plugins, like nothing's added yet. Let's see. I want some motion. Found it yet. That's nice to do a hemiola like that, which is like the every other 2 against 3. It's actually spookier because it's less, right? Less is more in this genre. That's nice. And it feels like the story's not over yet. Yeah. Some clashing. Oh, I didn't want my loop to keep going. Hold on. That's different. That's interesting. Not sure I've ever written anything like that. And they're triplets now. So it went from bum 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 bum, kind of that offbeat 8th note vibe to. Are these even 8th notes or are they 16ths? They look like 16ths to me. Bum 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 bum, always off the beat. And then that's why I love threes. I love 3/4 and 6/4 time because they're so adaptable. If you throw some triplets in, now it feels like 4/4, even though you're in 3. It's very interesting. I think these are 8th note triplets. Ugh, maybe not 16th. Oh yeah, because we're in 50 BPM. Everything has to be doubled. It just kind of leaves you hanging and longing because the beat feels weird. It's in 3/4 time. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and metric math. That's nice. And it's so lovely. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that just gives so much space. Ooh, let's yeah. Is that a better viola? I'm gonna kill my old ones. Is that a better viola or cello? What you think? I'm thinking I don't love the way that I recorded last week. I think I'm just gonna let me open up my inputs. Not you. This one. I'll show you real quick. It's this. This is the screen that I have 4 monitors, so I throw my inputs onto this monitor so I can easily see what's going on. Like right now, you can see my microphone talking, and you can see my headphones working. But over here, I want to turn on my microphone. Let me get it situated before I turn it on and be here squeaks. Nobody likes squeaks. I'm just going to move it to play. I think I'm going to do cello. So I'm just getting the microphone positioned in the middle, in front of me. And then let me actually grab the cello, and I'll turn this on over here. You can see right here. I'm going to create, should have already done it. Where did it go? Oh, I know what happened. First of all, okay, so I'm going to create a new track. It's going to be hardware 11 mono. This is going to be cello. Let's just call it cello for now. Hey, sounds good, Sarah. I'm glad you're able to buy a house. That's awesome. That's not easy to do in today's market. All right, cello. Let me turn off my fans before this microphone goes crazy. Let me grab the cello. And I'm going to arm it real quick. That's just what I hear in my head. Let me turn off the double mics. There we go. Very cool. And let me put over here my mixer screen. Let's turn on. Like, what did I? Let's do ROM. Let's just keep it the same as the other tracks. Like this. Lots of reverb. Reverb. All right. Let's get the cello. Hopefully, can make something beautiful. All right, we're in A minor. All right, let's just see what happens. I'm a little flat. All right. 1 second. Not bad, not bad. I have to do viola for that beginning part. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Thanks for your patience. I'm still new. I'm learning. Getting better. That's why I do this. It makes me better. Cool. Let me do one more. That was okay, not great. But I can work with it. Let me do one more just to have some more material. Here we go. That'll do for now. While we're here, let's also do viola. All I have to do for that is raise the mic. And then create the channel. I will just mute those for now. There are good ideas. There's enough ideas there I can work with. I want to do viola for the first half to mirror the celesta. Here we go. Yeah, check the tuning. All right, here we go. Oh, let me give it some reverb as well. Do rum like this. Same as the cello. Yeah, that'll work. It's nice. I need more time. That's not enough time. What is it? What is it? What is it? It goes sharp. That's a weird one. I love those augmented chords. Here we go. way, to answer Sarah's question, cellos are about $2,000, but I rent mine because I don't want to pay that up front. But you can rent it to own it. There's a lot of shops that make them that you can rent to own, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna do one more, but keep the old one. That's gonna be nice. Very nice. Let's play with that. Try not to. Joys of the small studio space. I'll just kind of set this aside until we need it again. Yeah, small studio like this, you just kind of keep rotating, keep moving chairs and stools and instruments and mics. It's just part of it, though. I'm sure I'll do it again today, but for now, let's keep working on. Let's keep working on making these tracks actually feel good. So, you'll notice that today I recorded with mono, just one microphone, and after last week, it's like I know this. Sometimes you don't know until you know. But last week I had thought it was just going to be a solo cello or a solo viola. I didn't know that I wanted to use both instruments. So as soon as you start using more than one solo instrument, you can't do stereo miking anymore. So I had to mimic mono by forcing the stereo into one side, which is just kind of dumb. You just get a better quality, a better result just by recording mono the first time in the center. And already, that's why these already sound so good. I haven't even heard them yet, but all I heard was me, so let me hear it. I liked the second one better. So let's just, for now, call this viola 1, viola 2, cello 1, cello 2. And let's hear it. I'm going to mute 1s. Keep the 2s. Typically 2s are better. Let me chop it up real quick. So this is going to be the B section. Cello. This is going to be the A section, viola. That's lovely. Where did I talk in that? Was it this? It actually blends really well. They land on the same note. I didn't even realize that. Let's do some magic. Let's do some tuning. So let's make that 20 plus 20. Let's do a little of crossfading here. So this is just way off. That note only. it should be about -20. Just do a little crossfade. It should be fine. Nice. All right, let's keep doing that kind of work. So yeah, obviously you can't have wrong notes. Let's listen to the first take. Almost there. Higher. Let's turn that way down. We'll turn it down like 4. Just little edits. Okay, almost there. That's why I like to record it twice, then I have more options. The whole thing is flat, so let's do up by 10. This is why I love Cubase and Nuendo so much, is because right here I can use my fine tuning and my transposing and my volume and just like work with my audio so stinking fast. Faster than any other DAW I know of. Oops, turn that off. Yeah, that one was rough. Maybe if I tune it down by 20, does that save it? Dang it, it does. That's crazy. What was it completely unusable at first is now actually usable with a crossfade and a pitch change. That one's bad too. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that track. Keep this one. Obviously that's not great either, so let me do this. I'm getting a little too much here. Too many edits. That one's good. Too high. This can even make me sound like a good cello player, or a decent one. This just needs a time stretch to be longer by a lot. And then we'll do a crossfade there. Awesome. It's not perfect, and I know that. It's not, I'm not a fantastic cello player, but it's just nice to know that I can save it. Let me say that one. And higher. Like a great opportunity to double it with choir. Ooh, goosebumps. This is like backwards composing. Let's do it. I'm going to record my own voice just to kind of bridge the gap between fake and real. So let me actually mute you guys. There we go. Let's give it the same round treatment. Whatever it is. Hold on. I will not succeed at this unless I actually like write it out and see it. Alright, I sort of have like a piano sketch to follow. Let me solo that and that. Okay. Again, this is like backwards composing, but I'm notating what I played on cello so I can do other instruments with it. There it is. Okay, that will give me something to sing to. So let's do that. So I'm going to visually, let's do this. I'm going to arm the vocal like this. And then I'm going to visually watch the sketch piano while I sing. All right, so that's not meant to be the loveliest thing. It's not even meant to be a solo by any means, but it's there so that, watch this. If I take that and then double it with, let's grab Wotan. This is a male choir, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Highly, highly recommend it. By Straysov's sound, everything they do is just fabulous. I'm going to do legato, basses, let's do tenors, legato, and then do the same thing, just close it, basses, legato, and then here's what it sounds like. Okay, let's give it the same vocal treatment as everything else we've been doing, which is, for this actually, let's do Aether 20. Okay, fine, we'll do the same thing for the vocal that I did, so it's even. But actually it's going to need way more because it was so close. And then, here's what I recorded. I'll get your question in a second, Ines. Obviously super loud, so let's turn it down like 12. That way it's there. Now let's visually watch the cue here, like the sketch demo thingy, while I record. But I'm specifically going to be looking out for the breaths. You notice that there's breaths in between, so I'm going to make my choir stop and breathe just like that. Here we go. Oops, I'm recording over my own vocal. Don't do that. Redo. Here we go. It would help if I played the right pitch. Here we go. What the heck? Okay, here is what that looks like. need to take this and tweak it ever so slightly. Okay, so now I'm going to take the ends of all of these and make them legato by stretching them slightly over. But then for all of the breaks where I had pauses, I have to pull it back to be dead on, so then I don't get weird MIDI issues. There, now it should be super legato. And then let's mix it together to actually sound more realistic. So let's do the difference if I take it away. Now if I add my vocal back in, it's as low as it is. Okay, so now let's fix that last note. No. I'm just gonna re-sing that part. A little better in tune. It is modal. Now, hear the difference with the cello. It's going to sound awesome. I might even double it in female choir. That might be really cool too, but we'll see. One thing at a time. Alright, not bad, not bad. I do like having that, actually. Next item, I'm going to bounce those to audio so I can have way more control over those vocal lines. They're cool, but the MIDI is just causing all kinds of issues. I can already hear it to be less realistic. So let's take that. And basically, I just want to chop off anything that's not on the beat. Just like this. Just to clean it up. Even the vocal that I sang. I like it. Let's go back. Here's what this needs. Let's turn on our synth. Do a synth pad like we did last week, like this, which is cool because I can control it from here. Let me answer the question from Ines. Says, sounds great, man. Do you have any tips for writing with keyboard for intermediate? I can play songs both hands if practiced, but I cannot freestyle melodies and chords and key like you do so quick. Well, please recognize that I've been doing this for, I don't know, almost 30 years. Like, I've been playing piano forever. So it is the extension. It's like an extension of my brain, of my hands. So I can write what's in my head really quickly. That's just from a lot of playing, a lot of ear training, a lot of listening to music, that kind of stuff. So I think the simplest way would be, honestly, to start practicing some scales, some arpeggios, and start learning to read some sheet music on piano. And then whenever you're writing, try to use a keyboard and try to find the notes. You could also do things like slow down the tempo while you play to play along with the click. You could just record the chords. There's step input, which is a really cool feature inside DAWs, which it turns the click off entirely, lets you find the note, and then when you let go, the cursor moves to the next bar or beat, whatever you designate. So you can actually do it as slow as you want to. Or like I just played the cello. I'm not great at cello yet, but you notice how I played. I just played a few notes at a time, and then at the end stitched them all together, and it actually works. So there's different ways of doing it to kind of mitigate your skill level. Because I have a high skill in piano, but very low skill in cello, so I'm going to try to find the in-between wherever I can. Technology is there to help us fill the gap, but once you have the skills, use the skills. That's the way that I see it. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so I'm triggering my synth over here, and it has a delay on it, which is kind of cool. I want to go back to finding some kind of synth pad, so let's figure that out. So a few things I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on the chorus. I'm going to turn on the poly mode somewhere. Turn off distortion. And then turn my attack really, really high. And then take my cutoff frequency and roll it all the way. let's try to follow these chords. I think that they're do 3-note chords. That way, if I want to add a bass later, I can. But let's just see how it feels. Okay. Cool. Hey, what's up, Chris? It's getting fancy. Fancy with my synth. Went all kinds of crazy there. But I love that. That's such a cool sound. That works. Where's the start of this thing? Getting carried away on this track today, but whatever. Too crazy. Like it's not controlled enough to be useful. So let me just try something different here. I think that's the right sound I'm looking for. No, I didn't save it. Dang it. Ah, okay, I have to do another pass, but I like that a lot. That's the right idea for sure. I didn't print it to audio, so none of my knobs are doing anything. Dang it. We'll try again. I need a better chord here. I don't have it yet. It's yeah. Oh, duh. Okay, so it's A minor, F diminished, E, yeah, I should have known. Music theory to the win. Here we go. I had a false start on my synth. Oh, because I stupid have the dark piano. That's why. Silly, silly, silly. One more again. Alright, I found a better chord inversion that I like. cool. I like that a lot. Very, very cool. I don't get a lot of opportunities to write with that synth, so I'm really, really digging in on this score. I'm loving it so much. I'm happy with all that. So for this part, I'm just going to mute it so we don't accidentally hear it twice. And for this, let's definitely zoom in, or fade in. And then for this part, might be good to write down the chords real quick. This is A minor. E7. It's A minor. I like the felt tremolos on the bottom there. That's nice. This is nice. Like, we find another medallion. There's some hope, but there's also some shock and awe. This part, let's get this. I'm using the mod wheel to fade it up. It's nice. Let's turn that into a audio so we can actually do something with it. A bit more interesting. So let's do, I'm going to do a big crescendo. So we're going to turn the whole thing up by 5. But then going to manually do a crescendo like that. That way it just has a little bit more life to it. This is turning out really nice. Some kind of horror piano. Let's grab one of these glissandos. I'm gonna record this one and then slow it down. Let me turn off any baked in. Hold up. I don't want any baked in reverb. Looks like it's off. Yeah, it's already off. That's what it sounded like inside the piano. That's how resonant it is. Here it comes. Alright. So, same thing. We take that and it's going to be like a horror piano roll. And it's really quiet. I just want to line it perfectly. Ah, I see what happened. The mod wheel did not connect when it bounced. This is why I do this stuff. That's why I do it this way with audio. That way there's no chance. See, there's no chance it's going to screw up in MIDI land. Now it's going to be way too loud, which is fine. -5. Let's put exactly where I want it. It's going to be a transition. All 16th notes, like that, just to give some more emotion to that moment. And because I just don't want that to be overly loud, let's bounce it to audio and knock it down like 4. Let me play this on the big piano. I think it deserves it. I think my USB cable is bad or like unstable at the moment. So it's like recording half of the notes I'm playing. That's dumb. So I'm just gonna do it over here. So I'm gonna hint at the main theme here in this outro. So I'm gonna say main theme motif. Maybe Celeste comes back? Let's fix some things. Cool track. Why does it do that? Oh, okay. I had my timing off. That's all it was. It's literally the intro, so I don't know. Maybe we do this. I hate to like straight up repeat material, but it's that again. I'm doing 6 tracks for this, Chris. I think that was a good number. For the scope of the game we're making, that's all it needs. I see this more of a cutscene anyway. Yeah, new window just has a lot more organization features, and it has, if there's one deal breaker, it has a feature called Game Audio Connect, which is up here. Let me find it. I haven't used it in a little while. Where did it go? One of these is called Game Audio Connect, and it brings up a window which directly connects to a Wise session. So if you do a lot of game audio, it's a no-brainer. Geez, I don't know where it went, but it's here somewhere in one of these drop downs. But over here, also, what I love about New Window is the organization of these guys right here. You get a lot more options. Get a lot more options over here in your drop-down menus, your configurations, and for me, it's just a no-brainer. Oh, project. You saw it. Game Audio Connect. Okay, there. It's just this little menu. That's it. And then what it does is you select where your current Wise session is, and then it connects right there, and then you literally click and drag. So I'll put this right here. You can click and drag that audio into that menu right there, and you let go, and it'll actually drop it right into your Wise project, which is incredible when you're working on like sound design and you're just doing a lot. And then over here on my other screen, I'll have, so if Wise is open on the left screen, New Windows on the middle screen, and on the right screen, I'll have the actual Unreal or Unity project. And then boom, boom, it like updates in real time, and I'll have my PlayStation or Xbox controller right here playing the game, and it updates. It's incredible. I can actually test everything live with the session open. There are other reasons, but that was the deal breaker for me. I said, okay, it's worth it now. Totally worth it. Okay, this one's done, at least done for today. I might think of 1 or 2 other things to add to that, but I like that track. That sounds good. So let's do a little export. Right there. Let's pop that 225. It's not perfect, but yeah. Let's go ahead and copy that to share with the team. They can listen to it. And what I'll do is let's go ahead and do it like that. very cool. I like that a lot. Fits perfectly with the rest of what we're doing here in the game. All right, let's go on to something else. I was not expecting to take 2 hours on that track, but hey, again, for those of you who watched my video earlier, I guess it was a week ago, or what day is it? Wednesday? I guess I released it last week. It's actually gotten a lot of views on YouTube, but it's just my process. It's what you guys watch me do all the time. What's up, Jake? Haha, yeah, Jake. That was just the first track I'm doing today. I want to demystify this idea that it takes days upon days upon days and weeks to write a piece of music. It just doesn't. And in this field, the expectation, particularly if you're working on TV shows, the expectation is to write 3 to 5 minutes of music per day, finished, printed, sent, delivered. So that is a speed that you need to start working towards. Doesn't mean you have to do that speed exactly, but for me, what I've found over many years of doing this, my comfort level is to do 1 track every 2 days. Now, of course, here on this show, I'm showing you like the first draft, version 1, but behind the scenes, as I told you at the beginning of the show, even before this show started, I went back to the tracks that I did last week and I made some tweaks, and now I'm happy with them. So typically, I like to give myself 2 days for 1 piece of music. That has usually been the sweet spot. Now, of course, if there are live instruments and there's live orchestras involved, heck, we're now talking months, because you have to get all the parts ready, you have to get everything recorded, everything mixed, everything into your session and everything. That's just a completely different animal, and that just doesn't apply to this. But what I'm talking about is in-the-box recording, or in my case, I record live instruments in the studio. I get them in, but this is about the speed you're expected to work on. Maybe your life is different, but I typically am working on 3 to 4 projects at a time, at all times, whether it's in film, video games, ad spots, podcasts. I'm always working on something, and that's just how it goes. So in a given week, typically I'm outputting 2 to 3 pieces of music, because it's about 1 every 2 days. And that gives me the opportunity to write everything the first day, revisit it the second day, and make little tweaks. And of course, if the client wants to revise it or go a completely different direction, okay, cool. That's typically how it goes. So when I quote, just so you guys know, when I quote clients, I typically give them 5 days is usually good. So when I'm drawing contracts, I'm like multiplying in my head, making room for revisions. If you want a piece of music, now when I say a piece of music, I'm talking like a 1 minute or 2 minute track. It's about 5 days. That's a safe bet, because then I can do it twice if I make a mistake, which is good. And then, of course, I'm not just working on 1 project at a time, I'm working on 3 or 4 at a time. So in one given day, I will typically write 1/2 of a tracks. And then the second day, I'll work on the other half of those tracks and whatever. So that's why I'm able to sit down in one sitting and do 1, 2, sometimes 3 tracks, right? What's up, Monkey Man, aka Jordan? I guess you're on two accounts at the same time. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Aaron says, I don't like that I have to keep remapping my MIDI keyboard for contact instruments. What do you mean remapping? I don't even know what that means. Because contact is like the industry standard. Most libraries conform to the contact format of like where things are placed on a keyboard. Ooh, my jaw. I think what happens when I play cello in particular, because I'm so new to it, I clench my jaw. Do you guys do that? Ugh. I gotta teach students not to do that. Like, you get really intense in recording. Sometimes I like lock my jaw while I'm focusing. And afterwards I'm like, dang, Okay, let's move on to something quite different. Let's do something upbeat. So that's track 2 or track 5 we did. Let's do the ultimate boss track. This might be all I do today, just to kind of conserve my energy. It's never a good idea to write 3 tracks in one day. That's just kind of a joke. It's too much mental energy. But let's try a second track. Something very different than the slow emotional. Let's do Nervix Approach. This is the big baddie. 6/4 time, because it's me. And if you've ever watched me write music, 6/4 is my element. Whenever I think of a boss battle, I think of 6/4 time. I just do, because it can be subdivided into 6, into 3, into 2, into 4 if you do triplets. It's amazing. It has so many contexts that you can use it in. And our main theme, na 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 na, right, is already in 4/4, but you could easily make that. So much you can do with it. It's very versatile. All right, so here's what I came up with before the stream. Let me lock in my bars here. 6/4 time, I just grabbed some strings and played this little thingy, and it's at 184 BPM, so buckle up. So in other words, Final Fantasy 12. It's like my go-to soundtrack. If you were to like, if you were to compare me to any composer, I know I have a lot of influence from Koji Kondo, from clearly I have a Final Fantasy, maybe Zelda-ish style in a lot of what I write. But I actually think Sakimoto, so Hitoshi Sakimoto-san, is probably my greatest influence as far as my style and my orchestration style. I love everything he's ever done. And I had the insane opportunity to work with him on Dark Dice a couple years back, and also Uematsu-san, which I can't share much more than that because some of it is not released yet. But there is one track released if you want to go listen to it. I actually got to co-write with him, which was just crazy. Absolute dream right there. But through that experience, I learned my style is not that close to Uematsu. It's actually way closer to Sakimoto-san. Especially like this. Like this is so, and then the chord change to the, like it's a Sakimoto thing. And I just picked it up. It's like part of my vocabulary as a musician. It's that constantly modulating sound, which is awesome. So that's just what we're gonna get today. It's my style. Let me clean this up. Okay, so for this intro, what did I even play? Yeah, but back in my fingers. My fingers have forgotten. That's why I do little sketches like this, so I don't forget them later. What? You're not hearing? Okay. Maybe you're not hearing anything. Oh, I know why. Because I exported. Anytime I export, you have, for those of you who do streaming like me, if you're using Voxingo, anytime you export a track, it screws up the timing, so you have to restart it. Sorry. That's all that was. Bum, 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 dun, dun, dun. I gotcha. It should be solved now. There's so many directions I could go with this. I want to keep it sinister, though. And in order to do that, I'm making it a little bit more playful. And then it just like, totally throws you on a loop. What did I do here? Let me just do another patch here. I like this idea, but I'm not going to keep those exact notes. Let me lock this in. All right, let's do something. I love that. That's so nice. Let's clean it up, double it up. These are all 1/8 notes, I believe. Yeah. It's all about the accent placement that changes the rhythmic feel. Is chat not on screen? Should be. Let me re-enable. There you go. I don't know what's going on. Thanks for keeping me humble. Yes, Aaron, I do have certain libraries that I tend to use because I'm super familiar with them, and that's really what it boils down to. I use the highest quality things that I already own that get the job done, that I know how to use really well. That's kind of my criteria. I do have sample library videos on here on YouTube if you want to look up. My latest one was from, I believe I did one at the very beginning of this year, 2025, kind of reviewing what I would consider the best budget libraries. Yeah. Go look it up right here on the YouTubes. You'll find it really fast. Those videos usually do really well as far as like viewership, but they're kind of a pain to make. They're a lot of work because I have to like load up everything and show it all off. But go check it out and you can get some ideas. Ooh, this should be... do some kind of like flurry. Chippa chippa bum. So tippa 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 chippa chippa ba. Ticka ticka chippa chippa ba. Ticka ticka chippa ba. Ah, that's so tricky. It's kind of muddy, but that's the point. It's too early. Isn't that it? Yeah. Slow it down. Ticka ticka. Ba ba. Triple it ba. It'll sound cool when it's doubled. Triple it bum. Let me clean it up. Yeah, that's it. That is very playable. That's not just wishful thinking. I've done that many times with orchestras. They might have to record it like 3 times to get it right, but they love playing stuff like this. And I'll go ahead and double violas because... so I won't use them on the first 2. There it is. Very bitey. And then, by the way, this is a free patch. If you don't have this, what are you doing with your life? This is Helix by Orchestral Tools, completely free. It's a spiccato patch, and there's also a legato patch, or a sustains patch. I use it so freaking much, and it's free. Also, I throw OTT on top, which is called Over the Top, also a free plugin. It's a compressor. Don't use it too much. Right now I have it on 10% depth, 10% time, 20% upward, 20% downward, and then a little 2 dB boost in highs. Looks like a 3 dB boost in lows, and a minus 3 dB in mids. So it's like an EQ / compressor. So good for strings. That was something I learned from trailer people. They do that a lot in trailer music with your strings, that exact thing. They bite so freaking hard. Ah, it's so cool. Okay, let's do some of that. Let me get my actual chords. The whole soundtrack's in A minor. Then we'll do G sharp. I love that kind of dissonance in boss battles. A little psycho, but a little crazy. A little crazy's okay. Just kind of rolling around those. What are those? Are those even triplets anymore? I think they're just 16ths. Yeah, check it. See you, Sarah. Let me just make some notes here. This is all B diminished. It's a little off. Let's do... not that. Move. What happened here? Oh, the whole thing just got off. That's all it is. And then just cleaning up the mess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you get when you play like a fiend on the keys. 5,000 wrong notes. But I just wanted to capture the essence of it and then edit. When I'm in the composing mode, I want to compose. That's going to be really cool when I double that up with like brass. It's almost good. Let's see, triplet. See, we're in 6/4, but now the 16th notes feel like triplets. I think we're there. There it is. Really trying to enforce the rhythm here, just to be like, it's just full on terror. Alright, so these are all eighth notes. Chugga, 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 chugga. Let me clean that up. And then here, really, I think these are all eighth notes too. That should help. This is just quartal harmony, which means I'm just moving up by fourths on the middles. Very Japanese, which actually, I don't think that sounds good, right? That should be fourths. Then we make it major. Just keeps the tension rising. Sweet. Okay, that's gonna be really, really cool. What this actually needs, of all things, is a timpani. That's what I'm feeling. Let's get some timpani action. Let's see if I have one readily available. I hope so. Yay! Okay. This is the Cinnaberg. I love timpani doubled with low strings. Play. Let me try again. It defines the pulse. It doubles the accents, is what I should say. And it just kind of, I don't know, it does something. Now you got to couple it with some things. Got to couple it with some cymbal crashes. So I'm gonna do my own rules. Like this. Should all be eighths, I believe, at this point, because we're so fast in our tempo. So that's a 2 against 3 hemiola. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the strings decca 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 decca. So it creates this like punch sound. Make sure these are all. Because now I'm going from da 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 back to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and just creates like rhythmic tension and build. And that almost could be a loop all by itself. It's not quite interesting enough to be a full loop. Roasty toasty in here. So I'm thinking double that with choir on the big hits. But let me not get away from myself here. I want to get the crash cymbals. Let's not forget those. That's actually really, really important for this type of music. What should I use? I have all of the East-West turned into contact instruments, which is just the greatest thing ever. Some of my favorite sounds, but they're 5 megabytes. And they're controlled within my own contact environment. I'll turn it down like 6. Throw it into my own reverb instead of their super old, ancient, bad one. I'll just throw it into Aether. Not perfect, but really close. It's also way too loud. All right, let's do a couple chords here. So this is... right. in there. Excuse me. Turn this down a little bit. It's a bit much. I like it very much. Excuse me, let me grab some harp glissando. All right, what would be an A minor, so C. Here's the gliss. Let's just give it a little speed by shortening it this way. something. It's going to be terrifying in the best way possible. Grab some choir effects from... What is this thing called? Espressivo? No, Tutti-Vox is what I'm looking for. Tutti-Vox. This thing's crazy town. 24-bit. Let's do... Yeah, let's do the core. And get some creepy choir stuff here. This is like Dark Souls stuff. Also get this one to be something creepy. Instead. Let's do a 2-bar glissando. For this. Things turn into audio. Become your best friend. Now we can really play with it. So I want the climax to be right there, and we'll do like a 1-bar fade I haven't even added damage yet. This will be great. Don't want to overload it. Gotta have some big hits. So loud. Oh, let me turn them down. By like 5. Do we dare try? Might as well try. It might suck, but it's worth trying. And then I'll wrap this party up. We've done a lot today. But since I already have the mic out. What notes are those? No. I'm out of tune. All right, so if we go. One more try. play with that. All right, cute. Had to try, right? Sometimes you just gotta do it. No. Does it work? I don't know. The next section here. Fast tracks just take longer. There's so much more content. That'll be the start of the next. I guess it's a C section at that point. Or a B section, I guess. That's probably what we'll pick it up next time. Very nice. What do you guys think so far? like the idea of keeping this a little bit playful. Even though he's a monster, he's... I don't know. That's nice. Might even mute this part. Nice change of pace. Something in that neighborhood. Lots of room for interpretation, right? All right. I think I'm officially done for today. But thank you guys for being a part. I know my limits, and it's like as soon as I hit this like creative wall, it's just time to take. I haven't even taken a break today. Like I just wrote for 3.5 hours straight. So, 2.5 hours. Yeah, jeez, that was a lot. Got a lot done. But I'm so glad it was able to finish one full track, the 5. This guy over here, which I'm really happy with. And now we have the start of a battle track, and this is coming along very nicely. So I think what I want to do is for next time, since we're at the halfway point of this game jam, next time I will go through and I see some duplicates I'm getting rid of. I will go through and finish up these last few tracks and hopefully get them all in the game in time. Very exciting stuff. So thanks guys for being a part. Hope you have a great rest of your week. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you here and answering questions and kind of showing off the process and trying all kinds of crazy stuff. Thanks for being